Hey everybody, good afternoon. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. We're going to get into some chair yoga right now. First off, we're going to start with our modified pranayama breathing. So find a comfy position in your chair. Feet are flat on the floor, legs are not crossed. You're going to interlock your fingers and place them underneath your chin. Thumbs are touching your throat, pinkies are facing away from your body. As you breathe in, your elbows are going to go all the way up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, you're going to look up and elbows come forward to touch. The whole time you're doing this, breathing in, elbows up, breathing out, elbows front, you want to keep your hands underneath your chin so they never leave here. They're always right under your chin. Let's try it together. Fix that grip if you need to, right underneath your chin. Here we go. Deep breath in. Fill up your lungs. Elbows go all the way up to the ceiling. And now breathe out. Look up to the ceiling and elbows come forward to touch. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, elbows go all the way up. Keep those hands underneath your chin and let it all out. Breathe in, fill up your lungs until you can't take in any more air. They're completely filled, and then you breathe out. Two more here. Breathe in, elbows up, eyes open. And breathe out. Last one here. Take the deepest breath of the whole series. And let it all out. Good. Take your hands down, shake it out a little bit. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Cross those fingers. Hands go right underneath your chin. And let's start to breathe. In through your nose. Elbows go up. And let it out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Keep those eyes open. I know it can be hard. You're so relaxed. You just want to close your eyes, but try to keep them open. And breathe out. Deep breath in, elbows up. And let it out. Last one, elbows go up. Fill your lungs all the way up to the very top. And finally let it out. Good. Come back forward. Look at me. We're going to get into our first pose, which is our seated half moon pose. You are going to take your left hand, grab the chair. Right hand goes up and over your head for a big side stretch. Now make sure that your right hip is planted onto the chair so that you're not falling over. You want two hips flat on the chair. And then we'll hold it. Beautiful. Other side. Right hand grabs the chair. Left hand comes up and over. Big side stretch. Make sure that hip is planted on the chair. And reach all the way over. Gosh, totally forgot. I'm going to start my watch so we know how many calories we're burning during this workout. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall. We're getting a second chance. We're going to do each pose twice this week. So let's do that one again. Second chance here. Left hand grabs the chair. Right hand comes up and over your head. First thing you want to do is plant that right hip. Okay, once that's done, then you want to slide this left shoulder forward so that you're straight on with me. Now we'll hold it. Make sure you're not leaning forward or backward, but you're straight up and then just tilt it over. Very nice. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to do the other side. Right hand grabs the chair. Left hand goes up and over your head. Now, we already know that hip has to be down. Slide that right shoulder forward and then get that big stretch. And we'll hold it here. Very nice. Sit up tall. We're going to move on to our next pose, which is, I'm trying to get my music a little louder. Some different music on today. I kind of like it. Okay. I couldn't hear it. Now I can hear it. Okay. Anyways, we're going to do our seated spine twist next. So you're going to take your left leg, cross it over your right. Make sure that supporting leg is nice and strong. Ankle and knee in one line. No, no, yes. Your right hand is going to touch the knee. Your left hand is going to go and grab the back of the chair. Then with a tall back, we're going to twist all the way over to the left. Wherever your chest goes, that's where your head follows. So you should be looking off to the side. Good. Untwist the top, then uncross your legs. So we can do the other side. Right leg is going to cross over the left. Supporting leg is strong. The left hand grabs the knee. Right hand grabs the back of the chair. Tall back, and we twist all the way over to the right. Good. Untwist the top, uncross the bottom, and we get our second chance right now. Round 2. Take that left leg, cross it over your right. Right hand grabs the knee. Left hand back of the chair. With that tall back, you're going to twist all the way over to the left. Remember, no hunching over. Nice tall back. We'll get to curl our back in a little bit, but for these first couple poses, your back is nice and tall. Beautiful. Untwist. Uncross the legs. Last one. Right leg crosses over the left. The left hand grabs the knee. Right hand back of the chair. And you twist all the way over to the right. Good. Untwist, uncross your legs, and we are going to move on to our next pose, which is our seated leg extension. So I'm going to scoot a little bit forward on my chair so that you can kind of still see the bottoms of my feet. So my heel is on the ground, toes are pointed up to the ceiling. You're going to have two hands, one on top of the other, and then you're going to go down. Keep that leg straight. Now, if you're not touching your toes, that's totally fine. Maybe you're just at your knee. Maybe you're moving down to your shin. We got ankle. We got a lot of leg to work with. So be comfortable. This is our first go at it. So we'll get another chance to do this pose, and we can work on getting a little bit further. Good. Sit up nice and tall. We're doing the other leg. Left heel is down to the floor. Toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Again, let's focus on that supporting leg, having the knee and ankle all be in one line. So you don't want this one too far back. That's not very supportive. This also not very supportive. They got to be directly in one line. Two hands, one on top of the other, and down you go. Wherever you're at for this first one is fine. You just want to be able to feel a stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Come up. We're going to do that one again. Right heel down to the floor, toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Two hands, one on top of the other, and go down. See if you can get just a little bit further than you did last time. Like last one, I was kind of right here. Now I feel like I could maybe even reach for my ankles or my shoelaces. The second time around, you should definitely be a little bit more stretched out and be able to reach even a little bit further. Good. Bring that foot in. Left heel goes down to the floor. Toes are up to the ceiling. Two hands, one on top of the other, and go down. Reach. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall, and we are moving on. We're going to do our first forward fold, which is with our legs open. So if you're not as comfortable, you feel like you might fall over, you can sit back in your chair and your legs don't have to open that wide. Or you could take it a little further and open them very wide. It's up to you. You could be here, you could be here, as long as your feet are separated. We're going to go arms all the way up, and then dive down. Reach for your ankles. So you do want your feet to be on the floor. So make sure you're not far back that you can't touch the floor. Then you're going to use your elbows to make sure that your legs don't cave in like this, because that's going to put awkward pressure on your knees. So use those elbows to make sure they're in the right alignment, okay? And you don't want to push too hard. They want to be straight up. So not too far in, not too far out. Then look down at the ground and we'll hold it. Good. Sit up nice and tall. We're doing it again. Arms all the way up over your head. And dive all the way down. Reach for those ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, grab your calf wherever you can. Last thing we're gonna do is look down at the ground, and we'll hold here. Beautiful. Sit up tall, bring your legs in together, and we're gonna go on to our seated pigeon. So you are gonna reach for let's go for your right ankle, bring it up to your left knee. If you can't get your ankle up here, then cross your ankle over your left ankle. So you can either bring it up to your knee, or if that's too intense, over to the ankle. And then you'll follow along the same as everything else after that. So pick one, you're either at your ankle or up at your knee. Supporting leg, knee and ankle are in one line. You are gonna reach for the front of your chair and use your arm strength to pull yourself closer to your legs. Last thing you're gonna do is look down at the ground. You should feel a stretch on the side of your leg, all along the side of it. Good, use those arms to pull you, look down at the ground, and hold it. Good, sit up, that ankle comes down. Again, now we're gonna go for the left ankle. You can either cross at your ankles or bring it up to your knee. Once you're here, make sure that supporting leg is good. You're gonna reach for the front of your chair and pull yourself, use your arm strength. Move your hands down. Make sure that you really feel the stretch all along the side of your leg. Look down at the ground and hold it with a nice flat back. We're not hunched yet. Flat back. Good, sit up. That leg comes down, and we're gonna get a second chance for this one. So go ahead and grab that right ankle, bring it over the other ankle or up to your knee. Two hands, reach for the front of the chair with a flat back. Pull yourself forward, look down at the ground. Good, sit up, that ankle comes down. Last one, left ankle up to your right knee. Two hands, reach for the front of your chair and pull yourself forward with that flat back. Look down at the ground and we hold it. Excellent. Come up, put your leg down so that we can move on to our warrior series. Let's scoot all the way over to the right side of your chair. And then you're going to stick your right leg out to the side, nice and long, straight leg. Your left leg is going to be bent and kind of facing an angle of the room. Bring those hands to heart center. And then they go straight up over your head. They're not touching. Oh, cool. I think you can see my hand. So they're not touching. They're separated. And we'll hold here. This is warrior one. Good. Drop your hands down parallel with the floor, and then you're going to look over to your right, or over to your left. And then we'll hold here for warrior two. Make sure your back is tall, no hunching forward. Good. Hands come to heart center. You're going to take your elbow, bring it over to that bent knee. Your right hand is going to go straight up into the air. Your left hand is going to come down in front of that bent leg. And then the last thing you're going to do is look up at your right hand. Nicely done. Hands come to heart center. And we're going to switch sides. So bring that leg in, move it on over to the left side of your chair. Now the left leg is going to go out to the side nice and long, and the right leg is going to be bent on an angle of the room. Hands come to heart center, and then they go straight up over your head for warrior one. Drop your hands down parallel with the floor, look over to your right, and hold here for warrior two. Good. Hands come to heart center. Your elbow is going to go over to that bent knee. Your left hand goes straight up into the air. Your right hand comes straight down in front of your bent leg. And then we're going to look up at your left hand. Good. Hands come back to heart center. Sit up nice and tall, and we're going to go right into our round two. We're going back over to the right side of your chair. Right leg is out to the side, nice and long. Left leg is bent on an angle. Hands come to heart center, and then we're going to move them straight up over your head. And hold this for warrior one. Beautiful. Drop your arms parallel with the floor, and then look over to your left. We're going to hold this as warrior two. Hands come to heart center. You're going to take your elbow and bring it over to your bent knee. Your right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes down in front of that bent leg. And then you're going to look up at your your right hand. And this is our triangle pose. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Let's do the other side. Move it on over to the left side of your chair. Left leg is out, long to the side. Right leg is bent and on an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior one. Good. Arms drop down, parallel with the floor. Look over to your right and hold for warrior two. Hands come to heart center for triangle. You're going to take that elbow and bring it over to your bent knee, or your bent leg. Your left hand goes straight up into the air, and your right hand comes down in front of your left leg, or your right leg. So left hand is up straight in the air, right hand is down in front of that bent leg. You're going to look up at your left hand and hold. Good. Those hands come to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your leg forward. We've got one more pose before our standing series, which is our revolved chair pose. So 2 feet are flat on the floor. They can be touching or they can be a little bit separate, whatever feels comfortable. You want to be seated all the way back in the chair, so not forward, but you want to be all the way back. Hands come to heart center. You're going to take your left elbow. You're either going to touch it to your right leg or tuck it on the side of your right leg. Either way, your elbow is going to go straight behind you. So you don't really want it hanging off to the side. You want it straight behind you, flat back, and then look all the way over to your right. Good. Come back, face me. Keep those hands at heart center. We're going to do the other side. So your right elbow is either going to touch the top of your left leg or you're going to tuck it on the side of your right leg. And then keep that elbow all the way back behind you so it's not popping out. You want it all the way back and then twist all the way over to the left. Good. Come back, face me. We're going to go straight into round 2. Left elbow touches the right leg or tucks on the side. Elbow back. Look all the way over to the right and hold it. Good. Come back, face me. And last one. Right elbow is either going to touch or tuck on the side of that left leg. Look all the way over to the left with a flat back and hold. Beautiful. Come back to face me. Grab a quick drink of water, and then we're going to go into our standing poses. So if you're not going to stand today, if that is not available to you, you can do downward dog with an additional chair in front of you, or you can go over to like a countertop at your house, as long as it's something that's a little bit taller than you so you can rest your hands on it, and then you'll still get that stretch in your back. So you'll be doing the same kind of thing, you'll just need an additional chair in front of you or a taller countertop. I'm going to grab a drink and then we'll get into it. Okay, for this one, I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can get a little bit better view of what's going on here. So for a downward dog, we're going to use our chair. You're going to put your hands, you're going to stand right in front of the chair, first of all. Then you're going to put your hands on the part of the chair that you would normally sit on, like so. Then you're going to walk your feet back until you feel a stretch all the way down the back of your legs. Now you don't want to be too far back that you're going to fall, but you do want to be able to feel, right? As soon as you feel that stretch, stop. The last thing you're going to do is push with your arms to get your bottom up into the air. Someone's calling me. And now I lost my music. Oh, sweet, we're back. Okay. All right. Here we are. Last thing you're going to do is use your arms, push your bottom up into the air, and then you're going to put your head down so that your ears are by your elbows. Now you want your arms, your head, your neck, and your back all to be in one straight line, just like this. And now we hold it. Good. Keep those hands on your chair and walk your feet back up close to the chair and then stand up. We're going to do that again. So standing right in front of your chair, two hands, grab onto the part of the chair that you would normally sit on. Now walk your feet back until you feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Last thing we're going to do is push with our arms so that your bottom goes up into the air. And then put your ears by your elbows so that your arms, head, neck, and back are all in one straight line, just like this. And we'll hold it. Good. Keep those hands on the chair. Walk back up to the chair and stand up nice and tall. Good. I'm going to move my chair back to face you guys so we can do our tree pose. So let's come on over to the right side of the chair. Grab onto the chair. Point your right toe to the ground and then turn your knee out to the side. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet the standing leg. Now you could stay right here, having your toe on the ground for a little more balance. You could also bring it up to the calf, or you could bring it up all the way to your thigh. Either one works. I usually like to stick with my calf. The only thing you don't want to do is to put it right on your knee. We don't want that. Calf or floor, calf or thigh, all the way up here. Okay, so let's go with calf. Bring one hand to heart center. If you're still feeling balanced, bring the other hand to heart center. And if you can still balance, fully extend your tree. Beautiful. Hands come back to heart center. And then we'll switch sides. So come on over to the left side of your chair. Left toe points to the ground. Turn out your knee and slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet that standing leg. You could be here with your toe on the ground. You could be calf, or you could be thigh. Pick one. Once you feel comfortable, bring one hand to heart center, then the other. If you can still balance here, then fully extend your tree up and out and hold here. Very nice. Hands come back to heart center. And we're going in for round 2. Come to the right side of your chair. Grab onto the chair. Point your right toe to the floor. Turn out your knee and slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet the standing leg. Pick where your foot is going to be. Bring one hand to heart center. And then the other. Take the time, find the balance. And if you're still balancing here and you feel confident, then fully extend your tree up and out with your arms. Good. Bring those hands back to heart center. And let's go over to the left side of our chair. For the last one, you're going to point that left toe. Turn out the knee, slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet that standing leg. Pick where your leg is, or pick where your foot's going to be. Then you bring one hand to heart center. See if you can bring 2 hands to heart center. And if you're still balancing here, then fully extend your tree with your hands up and out. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. And let's all take a seat. Okay. Next up, we are going to do our cat-cow. So this is the first pose where you get to hunch your back over. So for cat-cow, you're going to have your feet flat on the floor. They can be a little bit separated or they can be touching, but no crossing. You want 2 feet on the floor. Hold onto your knees. You're not pulling on your knees. They're just there to rest. For cow, you're going to open up your chest really, really big and then look all the way up to the ceiling. For cat, you're going to tuck your chin and then you're going to close your chest or bring your shoulders all the way up by your ears. And you want to round your shoulder forward. So we're going to go back and forth between cow, which is open chest and up to the ceiling, and cat, which is tucked chin and then shoulders up by your ears. So you're just going to move back and forth between these 2 poses at your own pace. Okay, you're just going to keep moving, cat and cow, cat and cow. And as you do this, you're going to breathe. So for cow, you breathe in. For cat, you breathe out. So go ahead and just move back and forth at your own pace. Good. Finish your last cat and then come back and join me. I almost feel like cat-cow is like you're inflating a balloon and then deflating. When you're in cow, you're inflating, you breathe in, you're opening up, the balloon is getting big, and then when you go into cat, you're deflating. And you're kind of shrinking down, the shoulders come up, you're more in. I don't know, maybe that will help. So you inflate the balloon so it's big, and then cat, you deflate and it gets smaller. I don't know, maybe think about that next time. We're going to move on to our seated wind removing pose. So you're going to come slightly forward in your chair and then lean back. Now, you don't want to hunch back. We're not going to curl our shoulders forward. This is not cat. This is wind removing, so you want a flat back. So if you feel like you can touch your back without compromising your posture, then do that. Or sit up nice and tall and don't even think about putting your back on the chair. I want a nice tall back. Interlock your fingers and reach underneath your knee. Remember, we're not going to pull on our knee. I want you to reach under your knee. Pick it up and give that leg a big hug. See if you can get the top of your leg to touch your stomach and your chest. Good. Put that leg down and switch. Interlock those fingers. Place it below your left knee. Pick up that leg and give it a hug. Good. Put that down. Shake it out a little bit. We are going to do that one again. Fix your posture. Reintegrate your grip. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now you're going to take that and grab below your right knee. Pick it up and give it a tight hug. So tight that the whole top of your leg is touching your body. As always, we don't want elbows flying away. Keep them nice and into your body. Good, put that down. Fix your grip and reach below your left knee. Pick up that leg and give this leg a tight hug. Good. Put that leg down. And we are going to go into our seated camel. So for this one, you want to stay forward on your chair. You can open your legs a little bit. Now, you don't want to do like we do in our open leg forward fold. Just separate it a little bit. So they're either touching or open a little bit. You're going to reach behind you. So I'm going to grab onto the back of my chair. If you're on a couch, you can put your fingers in between the cushions, like where the bottom cushion and the back cushion meet. If you're in a chair, reach for anything that gives you a good grip. Now you're going to sit a little bit forward in your chair, and your feet are going to be a little bit out in front of you. Not a whole lot, but when you do go into camel, then that's when your knees and ankles will be aligned. So you're going to move them slightly forward, so that when we get into the pose, they'll be in one straight line. So for camel, you're going to open up your chest as wide as you can go. And then you're going to look up all the way to the ceiling. You might even see the wall behind you. Let's try it together. Here we go. Open up your chest. Look all the way up. Go back. Hold it. Slowly bring your head forward to look at me. Keep those eyes open and then get into a comfortable position. You can slouch your shoulders, whatever you need to do. That pose can be really intense if you are going basically upside down to look at the wall behind you. So let's take a few deep breaths together. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, we're gonna do that one more time. So get your legs into the right position, grab for the back of your chair, and here we go. Open up your chest, so big. Now look all the way up to the ceiling. Look back all the way to the back wall and hold it. Good. With your eyes open, bring your head forward to look at me and then get in a comfy position to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep those eyes open, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. That one's kind of like the opposite of a cat. It's even like a little bit further than cow, because cow, you do open up your chest, but this one, your hands are behind you and your head goes all the way back. So it's like a really more extreme version of the cow. All right, we're gonna do our last pose before we hit our Savasana, which is our seated forward fold with your legs together. So for this one, feet touch, knees touch. Knees and ankles are in one line. Arms come all the way up over your head and all the way down. Reach for your ankles. I like to hold on to the back of my ankles, and then you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, and if you can, you're going to put your forehead on your knees, just like this. Good. We're going to go for our second set. Arms come all the way up over your head. And they dive down and reach for the backs of your ankles. Tuck your chin to your chest and forehead goes on your knees. Good. Sit up, arms go all the way up over your head. This time we touch at the top and then bring your hands down through to your heart center. Great job today. Let's finish it off with our seated or laying down. If you want to lie down on your back, you can do that for our Savasana. If not, I'm going to stay seated. You can do the same thing. Get in a comfortable position. If you can, flip your hands so that your palms are facing the ceiling and then rest your hands on the top of your legs. What I want you to do is try not to think about anything that you have to do today, anything that you're excited about or sad about. Try to think about nothing. And one way that I like to do that is to think about my breathing, because that way I'm still here in the moment, but I'm definitely not thinking about anything else going on in my life. So I like to breathe and count. I like to breathe in for 4 and out for 4. So try to focus on your breathing. I'm going to close my eyes. You may also close your eyes right now. good. I'm gonna slowly open my eyes. You can open yours, or you can stay in your savasana a little bit longer. I hope you guys enjoyed our chair yoga today, and I will see you guys on Thursday for shadow boxing. Thanks for watching. Bye.